Hi everyone, welcome to Creative Learner. My name is Teza. Creative Learner is a great place to learn tips and tricks for Photoshop, Illustrator, and even Clip Studio. Right now, we are teaching mostly in Myanmar, but I am started my English tutorial, like my iPhone tutorial with my first, but this is my second English tutorial that I'm start sharing. So in future there will be more tutorial coming. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel, turn on your notification bell so that you will be notified when we upload a new tutorial. Okay, so today we are going to learn how to draw this flat icon in Illustrator, but this is actually, as you can see on my screen, I animated the flat icon in After Effects. We draw, and if we know Illustrator, that will be very beneficial, that will be very supportive to our animating process in After Effects. So that is my point. Okay, if you know how to animate in After Effects, so that will be easier for you. But for some of you, if you don't know, you are learning, starting, or you don't know how to upload or how to import a file, it is easy. You locate your file in Finder. So I'm using the Mac, so I will go to my Finder, or you can easily go to Windows Explorer, locate your file. So I have my file in let's say here's a scope point. I'm just showing you example. So this is my example of the animation. So I will upload my file, and then it will ask some of the you want to upload in composition or footage. So whenever we want to keep customizing, or there's a walking cycle or many layer involved, we must choose the composition. So without that, we can animate other parts of our drawing. So composition will be keeping our layers and then also the document size. So now it's good. So we can just click OK, and my file is uploaded. So that's how the way I uploaded this file. I will delete it back because this thing I don't need it. So once I upload the file or import it in After Effects, so I want to change at the end. Animation is done, keyframe is already set, everything is perfect, but just that the color. So let's say I want to change the hair color. Okay, I can easily locate my hair. Where is my hair? And then here's a head, and then I will just locate my file. So on the head, I go back to my Illustrator file, and then I can easily select all my color, or as I show you, go select any one of the object in Illustrator. You can just select your file in Illustrator, and you go to select and save, and then fill and stroke, meaning that whatever object you have selected, that will be same color and fill stroke. All object will be automatically selected. So meaning select menu, and then you go to save in the fill and stroke. So after that, you got it every wherever in the drawing board, if there is a same color involved, that will be automatically selected to all the object once. You don't have to click, holding shift and selecting every one by one. You don't need, so you don't have time. Just select one. You are just making a key selection, and then after that, same, go to same and fill and stroke. So that is what that easily can select all the, if you have a same color and all the stroke involved in the drawing. So now I have selected all the hair involved, and then I can easily change my color. So double click on the color picker. This is in the toolbox here. So you can just double click, and the picker will appear. You can choose any color you want, and then let's say we want the gold color or something like that. So there's a color we want, and then I change it, click OK. So I have updated my color in here. Let's say the color is, we got it. So once I save the file, and then I click File and Save. So saving the Illustrator file will be updated in After Effects. So just one click. So that is how easy and efficient you can link the AI file in After Effects. So that's why today I'm going to show you how to draw in Illustrator, because I have a series making in Illustrator, but I'm teaching the Illustrator Essential Training in Burmese language, but that is unfortunately I haven't prepared in English language. But let me know if you want to know in English as well. So now, okay, we go back to our Illustrator. I will create new, and then I will get my new document. So in Illustrator, you can take any document, click on the create new or file, new layer, and then create. So there will be one new document, just a white plain layer will be appear. That is what we can start drawing on it. Okay, now I got the layer. I need some sample of the picture, so I will easily take my, because I am doing in Myanmar as well, so that's why I have many drawing. So I will take my drawing from here, then I will screenshot it, this thing. That will be much easier for me. Then I will import it, just simply drag and drop. Wherever you have a file, you can just simply locate your file on the desktop, and then locate the file. You can just simply click and drag into Illustrator. That will be how your file can be opened in Illustrator. If there is a JPEG or any other type of the file, how you can upload into Illustrator. Okay, now the file is ready. I have opened my sample drawing in Illustrator. So I lock the file. As you can see, I just click in between the eye and there's a blue bar. So in between, you just click it, there will be the lock layer will appear. So that's how we log in Illustrator. And then I need a new layer because I can draw anything on that lock layer. So I will click on the create new layer. So I got the new layer created. So now I can start drawing. If I take any tool, any rectangle, ellipse tool, I can start drawing. Okay, so today my drawing will be very simple. Today will be we are using, this is, as you can see on my screen, very simple, maybe for an explainer video that you are doing, or a flat icon, simple animation, you need it. And then I'm showing you how the benefit is how you can draw in Illustrator using the simple tools and shape builder tools, and maybe some of the, even if I have a time, I will continue to scatter brush. That's how we can build brushes in Illustrator and make some texture in Illustrator. Okay, for starting, I will draw an ellipse like that. So that's a very simple. So when you draw, there's no color involved because actually my fill color is white. So I can change my fill color to, even you press on the keyboard D, that will be a default color, meaning fill will be white and then stroke will be black. So that is how Illustrator define how default in the shape and all the fill and stroke. So I press D. If I don't see anything, you can, let's say you are somewhere making error, or sometimes you don't know how to do it back, changing the color back. So that will be press D. That will removing anything, and then just going basics to fill white and stroke black. That is whatever color. So you feel, let's say I have this yellow color filled, but I don't know how to change it back. You can press, or you can hit the D, and then boom, you are done. That is how we can go back to default color and default stroke. Okay, so I have an ellipse here. I have drawn because my drawing will be, the head will be like a cartoony thing. So that will be, my head is a little bit big, and then my the body will be really a little bit smaller than the head compared to the head. So that is how I'm drawing. Okay, now we have a shape. So there's we are proportional, maybe like this for kids. So I just do the bigger head, and then the body will be smaller. And drawing is very simple. In first tutorial, you can see that how I can pick the color. Let's say pick a color and then creating a new swatch and new stroke. That is how I did in my first tutorial, drawing the iPhone. But now I will continue to the not creating my swatches because it will be taking much time. So I will make it short. So that's why I will be simply draw anything, and then I can go and select, using my eyedropper tool, and whenever I want to change my color, select my object using my eyedropper tool, and I can select any color that I see on my screen. Even you can go to gray, you can go to white, you can go to any color you see on the drawing board. That is how eyedropper is picking the color and sampling in Illustrator. Okay, so I will use that method. So now I got this ellipse tool I have drawn, and then I draw it. So I got it. I went to change the color, use your eyedropper tool, and then sample your color. Anywhere you can just click and select. So just click, and then boom, you selected your object will be automatically, that will change your color. So now you have updated your color. So you have it. Now we need a hair. Okay, let's say I will start drawing the hair. So I will just put my hair like simply like that. I want to change my color. Use the eyedropper to sample your any color in your drawing. So I just sample. That is this drawing is not like a sketching and tracing thing, because my thing is like that will be my introduction video as well, because I am start doing my English video. I will make it simple, and maybe in future we will go in depth and how we can even link to After Effects, maybe AI into Photoshop. All those things will be in future. So now this will be very simple tutorial. I select my Ellipse Tool, and then I select my eyedropper tool and sample my color for my hair, and then after that I will draw another hair here like that. Maybe here the big hair like this. Even we can do any shape that we want. Maybe this hair in between, I will draw a simple like when we went to copy the drawing after, let's say I have this hair I have drawn, I liked it, but I want to copy. You just hold Option in your keyboard and then click and drag, holding Option and click and drag. That will be whatever you selected object will be copied to another another object. So that is how we can copy easily in Illustrator. So I have this hair is already drawn, so I will continue to my ear. So ear also we are using the Ellipse tool. So hit the L key on your keyboard, or maybe you can just go to your toolbox here. You can see the Ellipse tool here. So that is what we can select with using manually, or just use a keyboard. L will be ellipse, M will be like our rectangle tool. So I just tap on my L key, and then I got the rectangle tool highlighted. So I can just simply click and drag my ear here. So in Illustrator is whatever you want to draw, just choose your tool and then just click and drag like that. So that will be done your drawing. Okay, so I have the color is not right because I went there like maybe the ear is here. So I just use my eyedropper tool. I just press I keyboard shortcut on my keyboard, and then I can sample my color here. So go to like you can, when you want to zoom in Illustrator, you can hold down space and command for Mac, or maybe in you using PC, you can just press and control. So space and control will be your zooming, and then you click and then it will zoom in. When you want to zoom out, you can easily add your option button, or maybe alter button that will be changed to your zoom out button. Now we get the like zoom out, and then like you let it go your option button, that will be zoom in. So that is if you want to pan it like a hand tool, you can just press whatever tool you are selected, and then you press space bar will be changed to our hand tool. Okay, we got it. So I will sample my color here. So that is my ear, and then there's an inside, there's like a hole. So I will just making that one will be copy, and then as I said in earlier that in previous tutorial, we can just copy and like paste in that same place. That will be in Illustrator Command C and Command F. So in the keyboard shortcut is a Command C, Command F. That is duplicating and copying, pasting in same place. So that is how we use in Illustrator. Okay, well, I have drawn the ear also. We have it, and then one more ear will be the other side. So I just draw like this. Using because you have to draw a lot, you must know the keyboard shortcut will be like much more easier for you. If you don't know the keyboard shortcut, that will be time consuming. So now I have to go back at the back of my head, or maybe my face. So what I can do is in keyboard shortcut is Shift Command and like open bracket, you press on the keyboard, Shift Command open bracket, bam, you are sending back at the very back of the whatever object you have it, meaning not only on this drawing, on this, and then also in this layer. But unless there's a lock layer inside involved, that will not be, because whatever you can see that in layer we have 1 and 2. So in layer 2, just now what I show you is let's say this ear is when I press back to Shift Command and close bracket, that will be bringing everything up, meaning on the hair, on the face, whatever object you have it, even on this body shape. So meaning that is how we can bring like up to our object. So holding back my Shift Command and then open bracket, that will be sending back our object into very back. Okay, I want to draw the eye. I will just use the ellipse tool to press or hit L key, and then just draw your eye and then sample your color. Press I again, and then you can just sample your color here. So we got the eye sample, and then I will press like you want to copy. Okay, maybe let's say I want to copy the our eyebrow as well. So I will draw my eyebrow first. So I have an eye, and then at the top I have an eyebrow like that. I can draw using the M key, or maybe just go to your rectangle tool. So that how you can draw easily the rectangle shape in Illustrator. I have the eye here, I have drawn, so I can both of it I can simply copy holding the Option key on keyboard, and then just click and drag. That will be copied exactly, and then I have the location on the eye. For drawing the mouth is a little we have to use the additional tool, or let me show you how it is done. So that will be, the mouth will be also, you can see that there's one circle shape, you know, so that will be ellipse tool. I'm using the ellipse tool again. Same thing, I can sample my color here. So example, that is just a very big, like a full mouth, but actually we are just a laughing mouth. So what I can do is I can, in Illustrator, there is a one whole object. So meaning there is a, when you change your tool, meaning now I am using the direction, like here you can see that selection tool, there is a black color cursor, also the icon is a black color. The selection tool is mostly we can select any object, but at the bottom of it we have this direct selection tool. So you can select the direct selection tool to do selecting the any anchor point, meaning this direct selection tool is an additional, we can select any object, plus if you want to select any anchor point, meaning in object we have the red dot here, so we call it in Illustrator anchor point. So that anchor point we can delete it because we want to edit. When we want to delete it, we can use direct selection tool, and then you select your object first, and then there will be where is the anchor point will be highlighted, and then after that you can locate your mouse into the any anchor point you want to delete. Now we want to delete at the top because I just want the half circle thing, so I will delete at the top node. And then now actually this is I deleted the shape, so meaning that is becoming like an open shape in Illustrator, but I need to close it back. How I can close you can go to object and make path and then join, that will be Command J. You can do this way, and the other way what you can do is a very easy, like you use your pen tool and keyboard shortcut is a P. You hit P and you can just simply click on the one point of the node, click here anchor point, and then after that you can simply click on the anchor point. That will be closing our path as well, meaning that you use your pen tool and then drawing is the same thing. You select your point and then you go to another point and then close the path. So that is how we can close object in Illustrator. Sometimes we need to close the object, but sometimes we don't need it, but this case we need it. So I will draw this close path here. I have this mouth. Now we have need to draw a teeth and then also the tongue, so we need to draw. So drawing the teeth is I will just use the rectangle tool here. So I will draw first like this because I have a reference here, so how I can simply draw like that. Okay, this is a shape that I want to remove at the top part because I want to draw the teeth inside of the mouth. So all the extra thing I want to delete it. So what I can do is using the shape builder tool, Shift M, and then I can hold on Option key on my keyboard, and then you locate your extra thing and click. So shape builder tool will remove all those extra area, extra shape. So that is how we easily build in Illustrator. So I can change the color. Now it's a red color. You can select it here. You can see that's your mouth, that is your teeth. So I can select my teeth and then you can change the color. Changing color is also too many ways. We can come back to here, the color picker, or we can go at the top here. If you don't find anything, you can go to window menu and then you can just simply maybe go to swatch tab, or here's a swatch tab, and then you can select your white and black will be default. So I have this teeth draw, but you can see that the corner there, one side is we need to be wrong. So I have shown you how to use the widget tool. So same thing in using the direct selection tool, not the selection tool at the above. So you must make sure using the right tool, so that you can see the widget. And then also selecting the anchor point. Using the selection tool cannot select those the anchor point one by one. Only direct selection tool can, we can select any anchor point we want. So now at the corner I want the down one, so I can select the anchor point. After that the widget automatically appear. So hold on the widget and then you can slightly go inside and draw your teeth like this. So that is a round rectangle teeth. So how we draw in Illustrator, so using the shape builder tool and then also the widget making the round shape in Illustrator. So after that I need to draw the tongue. So the tongue will be, we have a reference, so I will just draw my tongue will be simply like that. So just I have this mouth shape, same thing, I will do the same technique. So I will go back to my shape builder tool and then whatever I don't want it, go back to, you can manually click your shape builder tool here or shift M in the keyboard and then hit the keyboard shift M and then holding the option key, whatever I don't want it, I can just hold the option key and click it, and then now it's already removed. Now we have this tongue, but actually my tongue will be at the back of the teeth. So how we can move back to the Illustrator is that we can manually go into the layer. In the layer panel we can just drag and drop above or beneath. So what I meant is, okay, let's say the tongue need to be at the back of the teeth. So you locate your teeth. Teeth is actually at this one, but I'm not layering every one by one. So I can, this is my tongue. I can just click and drag and also drop at the beneath of the teeth. So this is how we can click and drop, sending back and front. That is how easy in Illustrator. So now we have sent back, so the teeth is up. So I have this tongue sending back. So actually now we have done the head part. So explaining you and I'm drawing, very simple, but it takes really a few minutes to draw this thing. Also very simple shape. So I have completed with the eye and the tongue, maybe the nose even. Let's add the nose because there's no I think we need the nose to draw. So how to draw the nose, it will be depends on you. I think I will draw easily because we are going with the ellipse and or rectangle shape tool only. So I will draw the ellipse like that, maybe drawing the a nose here like that, and then I will simply using the two using the two ellipse, and then I will remove the other part. So that's what I was thinking of the drawing the nose. So this shape I don't want it, using the shape builder tool, shift M, holding option, I will remove the other part, and then that may be my nose. That is a just simple thing I just want to show you. Okay, so that will be our noses draw. So now we have it complete, the head part. So we have the hair and all the head shapes we have draw. So let's continue to the body. So the body part is I have a sketch with the circle because of the sizing, because I want to draw a kid's illustration. So the body need to be a rounded rectangle shape. So how I can convert from the circle to a rounded rectangle shape, that is also very simple because we are making sizing only. So I just simply draw my rectangle shape here. Then I can draw it. After that I will simply make my size at the corner, maybe like that, at the dragging and making alignment. If you don't see anything covering up in Illustrator, we have outline mode. That is a view, and then you can go to outline mode. The shortcut is a Command Y. So you hit Command Y and then you can see how you're drawing. That will be every object that is a path. So that will be even our, this is actually this is a JPEG file. Also there's the JPEG file outline will be, you can see there's one black line like that, so that's what we call the outline in Illustrator. So I have the drawing now, making the right size and I like it. So after that I can delete my circle. So now I can select my circle, I can delete it. So sometime in Illustrator you can select the top object if we have a fill and stroke. So how we can select easily in the beneath the object is we can go back to Command Y, outline mode, and then just now I show you how I can select. If not, I can select the circle. Now it's gone. I mean the layer, I have already make it all the alignment, but I can select it. So that is one way of the how we can easily go back. If not, also we can go back to our layer panel, and then we can search and I mean like select, open the eye also we can. So let's say you want to like locate your file, also you can on and off your eye, and then you can see which layer it is. And one way is Command Y, and then go to outline mode, and then you can select your object easily, and then hit delete key on your keyboard. So now it is done. Now I have drawn the body part. Now what we want to do is making the round. So now is I select using the selection tool. It appear the all the widget. No need like direct selection tool, because I'm not selecting one of the anchor point. I am selecting all around. So I just use the selection tool, and now widget, I just drag from the widget inside. Now we have a body. So it is simple like that. Maybe I can make it a little bit like longer to the bottom, so that maybe like more similar to the shape here we draw here. So okay, let me continue that. Now I have drawn the like widget tool, and then I make it a little bit like just now we draw the shape is from here to I just drag it to bottom, but I need it to be more rounded on the top and bottom. So it's the same thing. We can come back to this widget and then click and drag again. So that will be same thing. It is what Illustrator is defining our object again in widget. They are keeping our information there. So that is how we can reshape our rounded thing. You know. So okay, we got it. We have it. The shape body is drawn, and then after that, I can draw the hand. So drawing the hand also very easy. We can simply just, I mean, here is we have this. This will be our shirt like a sleeve thing. So I will do like alignment. When we want to align, this is our like here is like clothing thing. So the shirt sleeve. So I will draw like that. Select my body object, and then make a key selection. Selecting again, clicking again will be key selection, and I can align. Then now there's one alignment. I have it, and then I can click on my object. Then making a key selection and making alignment. That will be centered to our object. So I have this. Now we have at the top I need to round. So at the bottom I need a very sharp edge. So straight, like a straight object, you know. So I can use the direct selection tool. The keyboard shortcut I'm hitting A. So that will be very easy to draw if we know the keyboard shortcut. So I just select the A, hit the A, and I select my any anchor point that I want to make it round, and then I can just drag our widgets into inside. So that will be making round the shape. So I have this thing. Maybe I will color my body. So because maybe at the top shot is this color, it's the same thing. Now we have okay, let me go back to the body. So because the body thing is we need to separate. So how we can separate is many ways to separate, but I can easily like draw an ellipse at the center. Draw the using the pen tool. I will draw a straight line in the center. Pressing D will be making the default stroke black, so that we can see what we draw. So now is one example that we can press the D here. So I have draw a line very center. If it is not center, we can make a key selection. So selecting both object, line, and the body, and then click again to our body. That is a defining key selection. I can come back to at the top there, making the vertical alignment. If you don't see the control menu here, what we can do is go to your window, and then here you have this the control, the panel, you know. So if let's say I click here control, that will be appear. That will be disappear. But if I click it back, so that will be come back again. So that's how we can get this alignment, the menu here. So I can just simply draw the line here, alignment made it. Now we can separate this too. So it's same thing in Shape Builder tool. So in Illustrator, the Shape Builder tool is really powerful. So let's learn to how to use the Shape Builder tool. That will be very useful in your drawing, and also very easy. Let's say here's I want to separate from the top and bottom. Simply I choose to my Shape Builder tool, Shift M, or go to your toolbox, and you can use this tool, Shape Builder tool. And then whatever you don't want it, hold down Option, that will be removed. So click or drag anything, you can do that. If you don't want it bottom part, hold on Option, you don't want it. But now what we want is we just need to be separated. So I just removing the outside of the extra stroke, but now we haven't defined the top and bottom. So how we can define is now I have this stroke line, and then I select my object, and then using my shape builder tool, I can just click on the object again, because that is defining the separated object. So I click here, that is already I'm making my object to another shape, and then I click here, that is making my object to another, like a layer. So you can see that before that we can come back to here. So before that is our object is here, you can see on the layer panel, that is one layer. But you can see that after I clicking using the shape builder tool, I clicked it, now one more path and object is appear. So that is how we can build. So now I have a bottom part, I can simply use my eyedropper tool and sample my color. Now we have drawn the body part with the top shut, and at the bottom with the like this turquoise, like a greenish thing in the bottom. So we have it. So now I will go back to my the arm sleeve. So it's the same color but similar, but I will using the eyedropper tool, I will make it a little bit lighter, because there is a need to be a little bit lighter color. So we can go back, click on the anywhere you want, so just click, then you can see that the color is changed. Okay, we have it, the sleeve is already we draw. So after that I need the hand. So hand also same thing. So using the rectangle tool, hit M on your keyboard, so that will be rectangle tool selected, and then I just click and drag my shape first. After that I will use the eyedropper to sample the color. But now we have we need to send this hand like a button of this sleeve, Comment and like an open or close bracket will be you are bringing down your layer one by one. That is what we can do the shortcut. So pressing the command and like an open, but pressing the like a command shift and open bracket or close bracket, that will be bring all the way to the top and bottom. Let's say I press like command shift and like close bracket, that will bring to the like a top. If I press command shift and close bracket, that will bring my layer to the bottom of every object in my drawing. So just now I explained you earlier, that is the same thing, but here will be much more easier explain with you in layer panel. So I can bring like maybe one layer above. Now I am not just now what I want is I have drawn my hand, but actually I just went this is maybe my second layer, you can see here. So but in drawing we can I mean, like, we don't have time to go back to our time like a layer panel and clicking and dragging at the bottom. That will be time consuming sometime. So what we can do is we draw the layer. After that, hold your command key and just close bracket. That will be what we can do, sending the layer at the back. So now we have it, the hand is moving to the back of our sleeve. So I have drawn, but to the finger I will just simply draw using the rectangle tool as well. So holding hit your M key to get a layer. So I just simply, sometimes the small thing you can draw, you can zoom in and then you can try drawing again. Because here we are snapping so I will just simply draw whenever I can. So I will draw from here. So because the hand is also, there's a gap, so I will draw like that. After that we can close it back, but now this drawing is not very nice, I will delete it. But what if we can draw one only? After that I will just holding Option and then copy my object as well. That is one way. After copy one thing, I explained you earlier that we can duplicate in Illustrator is whatever I can press, first thing I can press, hold down Option and copy the layer. But the next thing, I don't need to hold the Option key if I want to copy one more object. That is what I can do is a Command D, holding Command and D will be the last copy thing that Illustrator remember the thing, So now I can copy holding the Command D, not holding the Option key. There's a too many way. You can copy, you can paste it in Illustrator. So there's one way of holding the Option, and after that we can hold the Command D. So that is how we can copy. So after that I will draw we have 4 fingers here. So after that I need the thumb. So I will just, maybe here I will just holding the Option key and I will use this thumb will be a little bit shorter. So that will be my thumb, and then the finger is like that. So I will draw my finger is maybe make it simple, and I will draw like that. After that, you can see that I make it some wrong. So there is a simple. Select any object you want with the maybe some like a direct selection tool. You can select. Let's say you want to like here. You want to select all the finger at the top anchor point. But if you drag here like that, the bottom shape will be dragging. So how we can do is now the outline mode. Just now I show you go to view and then press Command Y or outline mode. You go to outline mode, and then now there is not like an Illustrator is, and now it's an outline mode, meaning you only can see the path. So meaning this blank is whatever you click, that is not selecting any object. If you go to our drawing mode, that will be selecting. So that is how useful for outline mode as well. So Command Y, hit again. I want to select all the top of my anchor point, my finger. So after that, I will just now after selecting, I have the widget. So in Illustrator, the widget is in later version that is really useful and very effective. I mean, that is a very powerful tool because in previous version, I mean maybe earlier version, Illustrator don't have a widget, so we have to draw manually making the wrong shape. But now, I mean the widget is just select any anchor point, locate your widget, and then after that you just click and drag it, so that will be the round shape. Very powerful and easy. That we need to be thankful to our Adobe like engineer team. So that is how we can do the Illustrator, the round shape here. So how this I will do that like that. Okay, we have it. Now I have drawn the maybe hand shape that is not very nice, but I think I will leave it like that. Maybe the gap is a 2 for the finger, everything. I will make it a little bit closer for the finger. So maybe selecting everything one by one and then make it a little bit closer. So that, okay, we got it. So that is a much nicer. So I have the hand also here. I have it, but now maybe we need to align again, or I don't know, maybe let's double check. So that is already aligned, so we have it. Okay, just now what I did is I want to check the alignment. So instead of going to key selection and making again, I will quickly check my like a sizing. So I select my hand holding the option and to the left and right. So I mean to the left and right, I just press hold option will be the left and right increasing, like making bigger thing. So that will be, we can see that, okay, now we touched at the left and right point. So meaning that is the same side, meaning also that is a center. So that's how we can change we can check the alignment in Illustrator. So I have it now. I have drawn the hand also. We have it now. You can see that there's a watch. So I think I will draw the watch here together with the thing. So here will be the watch here. So I will draw the watch like that. So the big thing, maybe the watch is a little bit smaller, and then that color will be a white color. So I can come back to my swatch panel, and then, or maybe even you can double click on your picker. So that will be selecting your color picker and then choose your white. And then after you select it, so I have the white like the watch here. So after that, I think I need the watch belt as well. So there will be one like a black, like a maybe leather watch belt. So that will be like we have using the like rectangle tool, and then I will draw the watch like this watch belt. So that is how I can align. I select the key selection to this circle and make it center, and then I select this belt thing, and then maybe I can select the black color here. So after that, just now I show you the going back to the white, like the watches, you can press Command and like open bracket, that will be moving one object backward. So I have just moved the object here like that. And also the watch, I will add one more stroke so that there is one metal ring on the watch. So simply, now I'm not drawing the one more object here. So I just selecting my watch like a white color, and then I switch like here I'm drawing like the stroke box, and then after that I will select my color to maybe black color also. So that's how I can draw the watch easily. Okay, now I have it. I have done the drawing the hand and complete with the watch. So the happy face also we have done, and think the body also done, and maybe the leg. Okay, so as you can see that I am not drawing the both side of the hand and legs, because my animation is just now I show you my animation is just simple animation thing from the maybe side view, so that I am drawing the one hand. Maybe we can draw at the other side as well. Very simple drawing. Even we don't need to draw. Maybe we can just simply copy this thing, or maybe without a watch. Of course, I will hold on Option and then just moving the hand to this. After that, I can use my rotate, or using the selection tool. When we come back to the top of the anchor point, and then maybe slightly a little bit at the top, your shape will be like changes to this thing you see, like a rotating arrow. So once you see the arrow like that, and then I can change simply like a rotate our object. So now we have the event, but without this thing, I can remove the shape here. Okay, maybe I will move maybe all the way to the back. I can hold on Shift Command and then open bracket. That is moving my object to at the back. So that is how I can draw my hand at the other side. I think I don't need the sleeve, but also even I don't need even drawing the hand, because for the example I'm showing you how to draw the flat icon one side view. So I have it. After that, I think I will continue to the leg. So the leg also very simple. I think we have this leg, just simple, drag and click and drag your rectangle to here. So that will be same to our color here. After that, on the rolling our leg, your pants or your trouser, so that will be how I can draw using the same. We are using the ellipse tool and rectangle tool only, so I can just draw my ellipse tool rolling like a sleeve. So I can draw like this. After that, I can selecting and then use my here. I'm not seeing the widget because it is too small. Using the selection tool, so I will switch back to my direct selection tool. That will change back to my seeing the widget. So direct selection tool is how useful here. So I can make it from drawing the widget. I can make it round at the side. So I have the round side. I have the rounded point at the corner. It's not the round side. It's a rounded corner at the left, right, and the top. So I have this sleeve. Meaning like a rolling your trouser or your pants like that. So after that, I will make it align, because just now I didn't make it align. So how I can make is that maybe first this thing, select the key selection tool. After that, I select align. After that, I will go back to my rolling thing. This will be key selection and then center it. So now I have it, but this thing will be a little bit bigger, because a little bit like a darker color. I can come back to my color picker here. So in the toolbox panel, click on the picker double, and then after that I can select maybe darker colors that will go down. So I will click and OK. So now we have a rolling sleeve. It's not a sleeve, it's like a trouser thing. You can roll it. So after that, I will draw the leg. So that will be my leg here. So using the rectangle tool again, I can draw the leg like that. So color, I will use the eyedropper tool, sample your color, and then moving your object at the back. All the way back is just Command Shift and close bracket. Now I have the close path. But now this thing will be at the bottom will be wrong. So I will use the direct selection tool, select the anchor point, and then from the widget I can slightly click and drag inside. So that will be make it wrong, my leg. So I can make sure that I am aligned. So making the align center. So we have drawn the leg as well. So drawing the shoe will be, I will use a very simple thing. So I will draw this shoe here like this. This shape will be a little bit thicker. So like that. After that, maybe changing the color. Maybe even we can choose using the eyedropper tool. I will select on the front like a top, the anchor point, and then I can bring down the widget tool like that. So I have this thing. But the leg is in front of the shoe. So my point is I will bring all the way back. After that, I can just simply cover from maybe some part of the leg, So that is what in maybe the lasers, like in shoe, you have some covering thing from the lasing screen. So that is how we can draw like that. So I can also, I will be bring down the white like a rounding, and then I can so that is how I can draw the rounded shape in Illustrator. So we have this thing, and then maybe a little bit side to the side. So that is how we draw easily. Maybe at the back corner I will make it round a little bit. I think that is how I can draw. Maybe on the like a shoe sole at the bottom, like the sole in the shoe, that will be my letter thing. Even I will make it the same color here, so there will be a like a gold sole in the shoe. So I have it. So that is not very pretty. I think I can make it a little bit longer, so I will make it a little bit longer, so that will be much nicer shoe here. Okay, so whenever after drawing the rounded rectangle, it maintain, you can see that I extend my shape. That is maintaining my rounded shape as well. So that is Illustrator making very easy to changing the shape and updating your drawing. So I think basically we have done with the leg, with the shoe, with the happy face, and then body. And then I will continue with my back, because as a drawing I will continue drawing the back. Also same thing, I will use the rectangle tool here, just simply draw like that. Color will be same thing, using the eyedropper tool. I will sample it, maybe at the maybe from the one corner I will make it really like a bigger rounded shape, like a back. Then after that I will come back to here, so this thing will be maybe at the corner we have some like overlaying sewing thing, so that will be my like at the top like corner thing. I will like maybe the color also keep it the same here. So whenever you want to sample the color, use the eyedropper tool, hit I, or you can select from the toolbox eyedropper tool and you can just sample your color anyway. I got it. So let me continue. So to drawing the at the bottom of the same thing, I will draw a simple shape like this, and then maybe at the corner I can like selecting my any of the anchor point here using the widget slightly inside, so I have it the corner as well. So I think I will keep my drawing the back like this. Maybe at the corner of the inside I will make it a little bit wrong, so that it will be nicer. So I have this maybe here also, maybe at the top, at the bottom here, maybe even I think maybe this two side only, I think I will keep it round like that. And also here from this thing, and then this one I will make it, keep it a little bit round, so that I think I will be, that will be enough for the back. But we need the like a back, like the string, so I will use the ellipse tool, holding like a hit your L key on the keyboard, then you just draw like ellipse shape like that. Now we have a filled ellipse, but I want to go back to stroke, so you can come back to toolbox and then you can press on this arrow thing. If not, you can press your keyboard shortcut is Shift and X, so that is how we can like from fill to stroke we can easily change in Illustrator. So that will be back, front, at the top and bottom. So that is how ellipse form. So but I want it from the maybe here, not on the maybe exactly from here. So what I can do is even using the shape builder tool here will be much more easier, because when I select the anchor point, it is not deleting from, or if not I can like simply click and drag like that, but it will not be not very nice. So what I can do is select your ellipse tool and then select a back. After that, go back to your shape builder tool, Shift M, hit Shift M, holding the Shift M. That will be changed to our shape builder tool. And then now what we can do is we don't want this like inside stroke. So holding Option, I can like you can go inside the back, because we don't want it a stroke. So on the stroke, you just hold Option and then click, bam. So there will be a one like extra stroke will be gone. So after that, what we can do is we can now simply start changing our stroke width. So in earlier tutorial I have shown you how we can change the stroke width here. So go to top, and then from this up arrow you can simply increase the anchor point here. But now in stroke you can see that there's one like shape is not very nice. There's a very sharp edge like cutting. So I want to be like making the round shape. So in Illustrator what we call is this thing is we call it like a round cap. That is inside the stroke. You click on the stroke text here. So when we click, there's at the bottom cap. So you can just simply click on the round cap. That will change to our round cap here. So that is how we can like simply do our like a string here. So that will be our back. I think the back string need to be inside of our hand. So at the like a button maybe beneath of our hand. So I can simply maybe selecting one by one also we can, but the other way is we can Command X, that will be cutting our string, that will be back like those the hand string, you know. So after that, whatever object I want to move it front, so that will be my hand, and then also this thing. So I can select maybe a few sample here. After that, I can press keyboard Command B. Just now I Command X is a cut. So now I am pasting at the back of the whatever object selected. Pressing Command B will be pasting my object at the back of this object. So meaning that what I did is selecting any object I want to paste it back. So after that, I can press Command B. That will be sending my object back to the whatever object, you know. That is in Edit menu. We can just simply like a few research here. So paste in front, paste in back, paste in place. That is how I did it in here. So now I think we have completed finally. Bravo! I mean, congratulations. We have completed our drawing. That might be taking a little longer, but I think that is worth it. Okay, for the texture thing, we will use the brush in Illustrator. So as you can see, my panel, brush panels appear. But in Illustrator, there's many. I mean, like Illustrator has a many brush option. You know, here calligraphic brush and the brush, pattern brush. But we will use a scatter brush. So how I will create the scatter brush, I will just simply using the ellipse tool, and then I can press here, click and drag like this simple circle thing. But that will be my scatter brush at the end. So I mean, so now right now it's a one circle, but I can simply like a click and like a copy all the circle here, and then I can like this very small, so I can like simply anywhere you can just simply click like that. So that will be my holding the shape will be like even circle, like maybe the all equal circle shape, you know, if you want it like that. So you can just simply click like that, and then that is I am defining my pattern drawing like this. Okay, maybe I think that is enough like that. So there's a simple circle shape in Illustrator, but in brush panel we have this new like a creating brush icon button. So what I can do is selecting my object here. After that, I can just go to my this new brush icon here, the button, and then I click on that button. That will asking me that, hey, you are defining any brushes of this like an option. So we are defining that I can choose. There's a, like you can see that there's an option. So I will choose to scatter brush, click and scatter, and then click OK. Okay, we have one more box appear here. So that I am not changing anything here because I will change it later, but only what I will do is go to colorization at the bottom, and then in the method, so there's a none right now, but I will change back to tint. So that is how I can like change my brush like a color, but I will explain you later the tint and also tint and shade. So maybe I will choose first in tint. So once I got it, I will simply click OK. So meaning that this shape is already defined like a scatter brush here. You can see that before it doesn't have it, but now I added one more scatter brush into our panel. That is a very custom shape. I have drawn the circle using the circle only, so I can delete the shape here. So I don't need this thing, I will delete it. Now we have this like a scatter brush already created. So making the texture is I will like select this my face, because I want to explain how to add the texture here. So selecting my object, because I don't have a stroke right now, but I will select add my stroke as well, same color. So there's maybe slightly darker stroke, even maybe I think maybe this stroke, maybe slightly thicker. So this is my stroke. So I have a stroke. So that stroke is defining my scatter brush. So also the color is the orange color. So I will select my object, and then I will also selecting my scatter brush. So that will be defining my brush. Scatter brush is already activated here. So what I can do is I can come back to my here. There's one option. I mean, like there's going back to our option box, you know. So that is where I will click on the button here, and then the option like setting will be appear again. Now I will start making my setting. Maybe we will bring down our size to really small, but it is not changing because I'm not checking my preview. If I check to preview, that will be here like that. But the color, maybe I think maybe I will use to thin and shade so that it will more obvious here. So after that, I'm making my size smaller, making the size smaller. After that, I will make the spacing, not random, making the spacing, maybe like bring down the slider to the really small, maybe even nothing is even, maybe slide all the way to the left. That will be making my like a scatter brush like that. After that, at the bottom we have a rotation. So what I can do is in rotation right now is a page, but I will change it to path will be bam. So here, changing to path will be making my all the scatter will be like this, you know. So if you can see my even the texture already appear. So after that, maybe I can bring down my size to a little bit bigger so that my size are like that. Even I can change my random size into like this, even like this, so that it will be making something like without the random is like a sizing here and there, big and small, so that it will be more playful thing. So I can change my random size to like that, maybe even this thing into smaller a little bit so that I can see my texture clearly. So making the size to random and then slider to like that, 25 and then 18, or maybe you can play around, but the spacing must be really no gap. Spacing meaning in between gap, you know. So if I increase, that will be gap. I don't want a gap, so simply lower the gap and then there will be no gap, and then I can click OK here. So now I have created one rounded like a texture here, but the thing is that shading is as you can see on my drawing here. So there's just one like maybe shadow and highlight will be not a whole rounding thing, but there will be some area of our drawing. So that is a very simple. What I can do is I can simply delete anything I don't want it. So even using the shape builder tool, or I can simply using direct selection tool here for the sample thing, I will click like that. But now it is deleting my shape object as well. So to make it a more clear thing, I will separate my shape and stroke here. So there is now one object like a combining fill and stroke, but I can copy, Command C and Command F. That Command F will be without the stroke. That will be simple fill. But at the bottom one, I will bring it to back, holding the Command Shift and like an open bracket. So sending back. After that, I have this stroke thing. That one I will not be needing like a fill. So that is only stroke without fill. That is a fill without stroke. So we have separate that. Use the direct selection tool and selecting my object, making like one of the top angle point, select it and then hit the delete on your keyboard. Maybe at the top I don't want it, maybe this part will be only the shadow. If I want it like maybe very custom shape in the between of the anchor point, but there's no anchor point, so I can add like an anchor point in Illustrator. The way I do is press P or hit P key on the keyboard, and then when you use the pen tool, actually there is a changing pen tool. So when I come back to pen tool and then selecting my stroke path here, and then I hover my pen tool to the stroke, that will be changing my cursor. You can see that from the like a star to my pen tool at the bottom, there's a plus sign change. So that means, it means that I can add anything in that path, meaning I can add anchor point on that path. So when I get my plus point, like plus sign on my pen tool, I can just simply click on that path. So now added one more anchor point. So at the top I don't want it. So I just selected my anchor like a direct selection tool, and then I select and then like a delete at the top part. Now we have a very custom like a shadow area part. We have the like using the scatter brush tool. Scatter brush, actually that is a scatter brush, it's not a tool. So scatter brush, and then using the pen tool and adding one more anchor point and removing unnecessary point. And then now we have this like a texture thing. If I want it really big, I can increase my stroke width. That will be also increase my like the brush size. Okay, now we have a texture is draw. We have a very custom shape. We have draw, we have it, but we need to remove the outside. Shape builder tool will not be the good option for this. So what I can do is in Illustrator, I have shown, in previous tutorial, we have a clipping marks. So what I can do is select my object and then copy the object, select all the object, just drag and select all the object. After that, I can Command F, hit the Command F, press Command F. That will be pasting my object at the top of it, everything. After that, I can select everything again. So meaning that this is a top object. I will be clipping marks area, but the bottom will be remain. So meaning that this is a top object. I select everything, and then you go to object. At the bottom there's a clipping marks, and the shortcut is a Command 7. You press Command 7 or go to object, and now you have like created the one texture like this. So that is there's a few steps involved. Maybe this thing even in the maybe next tutorial, maybe explaining very detailed thing, but I want to include in this tutorial just for the face only, because I don't want to continue to the head and everything. That will be very long tutorial. So I will stop right now. We have this, the texture thing, we have it. So also we can change the the brush also, even we can change it. But right now the clipping marks is selecting everything in Illustrator. So how I can go back to my stroke and brush is in the layer panel. In the layer panel we have this layer. Whenever I select the object, that will be layer panel indicating with there's maybe in the red or blue. It depends on your layer. So when you see this dot or the indicator here, that meaning that this layer is activated or maybe selected. Also, I select on my brush thing. So my brush layer is this one. So already indicated beside. So I can bring down my arrow here. After that, here there's one more like a layer inside. I can select on my brush. In the brush selector, I can go back to my brush setting box. Whatever I want to change, increasing the size here. So you can increase, make it preview here. You can increase the brush. So that is how drawing the brush and making the texture is how we can customize in Illustrator. So maybe increase your customized thing, or maybe even smaller your texture. That is a very effective, also very customizable. And then also you can keep in the gap. Also you want it or you don't want it, you can keep the gap also like that. So after that I click OK, and then changing the color will be like an automatic update. So in Illustrator I can go back to my stroke color. Maybe this is too bright, or maybe I can go back to this red. Or maybe even right now, after that, after I selecting my stroke color, I can go back to my appearance tab. So that is, I have explained in earlier tutorial. Go to window menu and you click on the appearance. So that will be appear our appearance tab. So in the appearance tab, we have this what we call the opacity. So we can click on the opacity, and you can click maybe changing the opacity, also making your texture look nicer. Double click on our stroke color, maybe a little bit, bring it down a little bit darker, so that will be nicer color. So now we have a clipping marks is including with our shape. So because we have face already, we just need a stroke. So come back to our layer. Here you can see that the layer here. So at the bottom there is a shape layer. I can select, click, delete without the stroke, So after that we have stroke here. I can simply locate here, or maybe even we can use the alignment tool. This is one object here. You can select this object, select the a face object, maybe select again, click again, and make a key selection, and then we can alignment thing here like that. Okay, so that is how we can simply create a texture in Illustrator using the scatter brush. There's a lot of things to talk about it. Maybe in future tutorial I will explain you a little bit deeper in deep into the brush setting and other brush. Okay, wrap it up. I think I will stop the tutorial right here. And also please subscribe and support in my Creative Learner YouTube channel. I need your support so that I can share more tutorial tips and tricks for Illustrator. And also please follow me on Facebook page Creative Learner, or maybe Facebook/Learn More Creative. Please like and follow my posts. Currently I am making more tutorials in Burmese because I am a Burmese Myanmar. So I will be creating more tutorial in English in future. So please let me know that in comments as well. Okay, thank you for watching this tutorial. We will see you again.